Okay, so I want you to imagine, just for a second, a really profound connection between ancient theology and our futuristic digital algorithms. I know, it sounds completely counterintuitive, right? Like, what on earth could priests and philosophers from a millennium ago possibly teach us about the code shaping our internet today? Well, the answer might actually hold the key to the very future of human civilization.
Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are unpacking a truly fascinating source. Now, the original material is written in Japanese, but we're going to break it all down for you right here in English. It argues that Japan's millennial history of blending totally disparate religions provides this perfect blueprint for how artificial intelligence might soon harmonize our heavily fractured internet. It is an incredible journey from ancient shrines to modern servers, and honestly, it completely reframes how we look at the digital age.
Here's our roadmap for today. 1. The digital tribe divide. 2. Japan's blueprint for harmony. 3. The ancient algorithm. 4. AI's new harmony theory. And 5. Our multi-layered future.
Let's dive right into Section 1, the digital tribe divide, echo chambers, and algorithmic isolation. Think about your own social media feed for a minute. Right now, our digital environment is largely defined by, well, division. The algorithms powering our favorite apps are built to optimize for our specific personal tastes. And sure, while that sounds great for finding content we like, the source points out that it actually splinters society into these isolated digital tribes. Whether we're talking politics, gaming, fashion, or music, we are basically living in totally independent cultural universes. Inside these tribes, there's a super tight sense of solidarity, but across them, mutual understanding is incredibly rare.
And it is absolutely fascinating how perfectly our modern algorithmic division maps onto the fiercely divided religious landscape of ancient Japan. Look at this. In the modern column, we've got digital tribes and social media platforms clashing constantly online. But over in the ancient Japan column, we see sectarian conflicts, with competing shrines and temples fighting for outright dominance. The author of our source argues that our current internet is basically stuck in the exact same chaotic, highly fragmented stage that Japan went through centuries ago. Which brings us to Section 2, Japan's blueprint for harmony, synthesizing the sacred.
So why did Japan harmonize its religions in the first place? Well, here's the timeline. Back in the 6th century, Buddhism arrives from the continent and immediately clashes with the native traditions. Total friction. Fast forward to the Heian period, and you get these deep, exhausting sectarian splits. Society was literally burned out from endless conflict. Because of that profound fatigue, by the time we hit the Edo period, society deliberately engineered a state of institutionalized, contradiction-free cultural harmony. They just had to make it work. And the crucial thing to grasp here is the sheer magnitude of the ideological differences they managed to fuse together. It's wild. On one side, you have Shinto, the native belief system. It's deeply organic and animistic, focused on nature worship, seeing gods in the mountains, the wind, the sun. Then on the other side, you have Buddhism. This was a highly systematic political path to salvation that basically functioned as an intellectual tool for the ruling class. I mean, these are fundamentally opposing worldviews, like oil and water. Yet, somehow, they figured it out. By the Edo period, these contrasting beliefs didn't just passively tolerate each other, they folded into a seamless, multi-layered worldview that was just embedded in everyday life. A single person could comfortably navigate all these systems. A samurai would practice Confucian ethics at work, commoners would hold deeply solemn Buddhist funerals, and the whole society would go out and celebrate vibrant Shinto festivals. It was this massive, comprehensive cultural integration.
Moving on to Section 3, the ancient algorithm, Yin Yang, and the operating system of culture.
So how exactly did they achieve that integration? Well, their cultural operating system was the Yin Yang philosophy, known in Japan as onmyudo. Yin Yang acted as the transcendent logic. It wasn't just a quirky way to tell fortunes, right? It was this incredibly inclusive, theoretical framework. It organized astronomy, calendars, and political decisions into one giant cosmic system. Essentially, it was the ancient algorithm that successfully mediated all those disparate beliefs, Shinto, Buddhism, Confucianism, without forcing any of them to erase their unique identities.
All right, let's look at the future. Section 4, AI's new harmony theory, the future of cultural fusion. The absolute core of this new harmony theory boils down to this one powerful concept. AI will provide a transcendent logic connecting different cultural systems, just as Yin Yang did. The author is making the case that AI isn't just going to be a tool for organizing data or writing emails, it is going to become the ultimate cultural mediator, a technological yin yang, if you will, that harmonizes our currently warring digital tribes by finding the hidden underlying connections between them.
And this introduces a pretty mind-bending concept the text calls algorithmic philosophy. We're not talking about slightly better search results here. This is a forecasted future framework where collaboration between AI and humans literally creates a brand new, transcendent cosmological structure for society. Just as Omnyoto gave ancient Japan a unified way to understand a highly complex world, algorithmic philosophy will give future generations the foundation to bridge the fragmented internet and build a truly cohesive global culture.
But just as Japan's religious integration took centuries, our digital integration has a pretty long timeline. Look at this forecast. Step 1, over the next 100 to 200 years, AI slowly forms that transcendent logic, sparking entirely new academic fields, things like cultural informatics or artificial consciousness studies. Then, in Step 2, looking 300 to 500 years out, we see complete global aesthetic and ethical integration. We're talking about a planetary spiritual civilization, all woven together by algorithms.
So, are we heading straight toward a digital utopia? Let's hit Section 5, our multi-layered future. Utopian harmony or fake homogeneity?
The source posits the emergence of what it calls the multi-layered cultural personality. Okay, so what does that actually mean for the potential for cultural integration in modern society? It means an individual will be able to seamlessly internalize multiple global cultural identities at the exact same time, completely without any ideological conflict. Think back to that Edo-era citizen who effortlessly practiced Shinto, Buddhism, and Confucianism. Future humans will embody multiple global cultures in that exact same friction-free way, mediated by AI.
And get this, we don't even have to wait hundreds of years to see this happening. We are already seeing the brilliant early seeds of this exact phenomenon in global digital communities today. Just look at worldwide K-pop fandoms, international cosplay networks, our massive cross-cultural online gaming ecosystems. In these vibrant spaces, people from vastly different national and religious backgrounds are connecting over shared aesthetic codes. They're literally already practicing this multi-layered identity, bridging vast cultural divides naturally and enthusiastically. However, before we get too optimistic, the source issues a really stark warning. We have to beware of fake homogeneity. There's a very real danger that powerful tech platforms or state agencies might act like medieval state powers. So instead of facilitating organic, natural integration, they could use AI to enforce a highly managed illusion of harmony. They could control data and expression to create a standardized, uniform culture that looks like fusion on the surface, but is actually just pure technological dominance.
Which brings us to the end of our explainer today. I want to leave you with this final, provocative question to ponder regarding the very soul of our future digital civilization. Will AI act as the ultimate mediator, guiding us to a true, multi-layered cultural harmony just like ancient Japan? Or will it be used by those in power to trap us in a tightly managed illusion of uniformity? The blueprint is sitting right there in history, but how we write the code for the future is entirely up to us.